Hi everyone and welcome to another video. And the question today is, should I go on a solo cruise? Before we get into that, if you're interested in more videos on escaping the banality of life through a narrative lens, then please don't hesitate to like this video, comment, and certainly subscribe. If there is one thing I want to go on in this world, it is to go on another Disney cruise. I really enjoyed the Disney cruise we went on 10 or more years ago, and the whole Disney Cruise Line package has changed significantly since then. Some of the offerings on the new ships are absolutely amazing. I didn't think I should go on a Disney solo cruise. It's both cost prohibitive and would be the loneliest experience on earth. A lot of the reasons people think going to Disney World solo is crazy certainly apply to a Disney cruise. So it just ain't gonna happen. It did get me thinking though, there are certain advantages to being on a cruise. It delivers a nice, comfortable hotel that floats between different locations. What could be better than that? This solves one of my challenges, as I really don't want to go on a holiday where I just stay in the same hotel for 2 weeks. So a holiday that moves the hotel around has some benefits. Despite the advantages of that, the thought of being alone on a cruise ship didn't sound that appealing. But it's amazing what you find out as you dig into these things. Solo cruising is now a big thing. I thought it might have been total crazy town, but apparently not. People are doing it, and the services have arrived to cater to those people. You do have to be careful. Solo and single cruises, not the same thing. You learn this quite quickly, even with some basic desktop research. The former means you're travelling on your own, while the latter means you're potentially looking for, well, a partner. There are cruise options that sound a bit more towards the single end, or for a demographic and a type of individual that isn't me. As an example, Fred Olsen Cruises really look after their solo guests. Amazing. With special arranged activities. Even more amazing. And then dance hosts. I see images of octogenarians shuffling around the dance floors. There is some thorny demographics and activity profiles associated with different cruise lines. But that aside, the one that grabbed my interest was Norwegian Cruise Lines. They have the fancy solo studios, all on the same floor, accessed by a keycard, along with a shared lounge. In truth, due to the limited number of these studios, you're more likely to be staying in a regular room that isn't charged at the double occupancy rate. The irony is, those normal rooms charged at that rate are cheaper than the solo studio, which pitches the solo studios as not the norm for the solo traveller, but a sort of specially priced option. I did actually start to really think about it. When the ship's at sea, I can quite easily occupy myself, right? I can spend whole days reading books by the pool in Florida, so there isn't really that much difference reading a book looking out over the ocean. It has a certain type of appeal. A cruise does raise the restaurant challenge, eating alone. I have done it plenty of times while on 2 18-month consultancy projects, but it doesn't really feel the same when you're on a holiday as opposed to being away for work. Norwegian has freestyle dining, which means within reason you can turn up when you want. It's not organised tables, you're not forced together in groups. You could eat alone quite comfortably. Not ideal, potentially manageable. The other challenges a cruise potentially solves is stepping up in terms of the type of destination, as it is a controlled experience. I could cruise around Southeast Asia. There is also cruises to Alaska. Those are pretty exciting destinations, and my hotel would move around, allowing me to sample the experience. So is this a solution? Well, I'm still considering it, but I don't think it's a slam dunk easy win. It's not the cheapest option, as while they offer reduced rates for solo passengers, they're still 50% more than when travelling with 2 people. Then if you had a flight, you can be paying quite a bit for a 7-day holiday, and that's without adding on the excursions, which quite often aren't that cheap either. It may also trigger my independent streak. There is a schedule to it, and I may feel restricted by it. While the cruise allows me to visit different places on the itinerary, you only get a set amount of time and you're likely to be on an organised excursion. We booked our Canadian Rockies trip independently, so we had the exact amount of time we wanted in Banff and Jasper without being shuttled along on a tour organiser's schedule. There are elements of it that have the vibe of a group tour and the associated disadvantages. I'm also a bit concerned my imagination may clash with the reality of it. I was really excited when I found out Norwegian Cruise Lines had a private island. I had images in my head of being able to experience Castaway Cay by proxy. Yeah. And then I saw it on YouTube and the place ain't great. There's a risk it'll feel like a hollowed out Disney cruise and I'll regret it. So what do you people think? Is solo cruising complete lunacy? How practical is it as a way of getting around some different and varied locations without having to brave independent travel? Has anyone been on a solo cruise? At the moment, I'm still keeping it in mind. Drop a comment. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's escape together.